to understand where an industry is headed, you need to know what the game-changing privately held players are up to. Companies like SoFi, which has been revolutionizing the lending business, offering student loan financing, mortgages, personal loans, even asset management and insurance via the web with a major social networking component. Now, earlier today, we got a chance to check in with Anthony Noto, a longtime friend of the show and former Twitter chief operating officer who took over as CEO of SoFi earlier this month. Take a look. All right, Anthony, I've known you for a long time. Why SoFi? You can work anywhere, at any company. Your success is amazing, but you're going to a place that I can only describe as #MeToo hotbed.
So first thing I'd say, Jim, is congratulations. This is your 13th anniversary for Mad Money.
Thank you. You've been with us the whole way, so thank you.
What a run.
Thank you.
I couldn't be more excited about being at SoFi. I had an opportunity to go and meet our employees around the country. I'll be doing that over the next couple of weeks.
Right.
The passion they have for the business, the success the business had, is really heartwarming, quite frankly. But why SoFi? We have an opportunity to build the next great financial institution. We want to serve consumers in a way they haven't been served in 30 years and really revolutionize the industry in many of the ways that we've seen large tech platforms do in retail and large tech platforms do in travel, and ultimately allowing people to achieve their financial objectives and reach financial independence.
So do you think there is kind of a media post-apocalypse feel that the media may be exaggeration? You've been there for a couple weeks, and that the organization itself is pretty sound.
What I'd say is this: the business has been incredibly strong. It hasn't missed a beat. 2017 was a great year for the company. They did $12.9 billion of loan volume and financing, which is a remarkable number, up more than 60%. 2018 is off to a very strong start. So I couldn't be more positive about the opportunity in front of us and to really build this great next financial institution for today's generation that really hasn't had an innovative product in financial services across a broad spectrum of things that you could do online.
Well, you mentioned different verticals that have worked, like retail. When we would speak to your predecessor, I was conscious that he married, I call it data with dating, that he somehow managed to merge those two to come up with the ideal customers who did a great job paying back. Is that how you see it still?
Well, I want to start with a couple of sort of important strengths. Number one is we have a brand that people are passionate about. When I first heard about this opportunity, I went on Twitter and did a search on the SoFi brand, and I was blown away by the passionate consumers that were so thankful for the way the brand and the business had impacted their lives like no other company. Right. And that's why we have an opportunity to help people get to financial independence, which is very rewarding. But in order for us to win, we have to do three things. First, we have to have the best selection, and not just selection of each product, but variations of those products. Second, we have to provide unmatched convenience. Anytime, anywhere, on any device, you should be able to access all of your financial information, do any activity that you want across the broad spectrums of products that will launch over time. And then last, we have to have the fastest speed. People need to be able to apply the fastest, get approved the fastest, get access to their money the fastest. They should be able to withdraw their money the fastest, pay somebody the fastest, invest in stocks the fastest. So those three things are key differentiators, but one important thing is that we're building a membership base, and the SoFi membership base will be a key advantage for us, and that when you do something with us in financial services, we're going to continue to facilitate our relationship through things like professional networking, career advice, financial advice, live financial advice, so that you can make the best decisions on your path to achieve your financial goals.
Can you still forbear when someone loses a job, or is that too difficult for a company that may want to access the public markets through stock one day and has to show, well, wait a second, we do have loans that that are non-performing?
We absolutely can. Our members' interests come first, and if we take care of our members, they'll take care of our interests as well. And so we put them at the center of everything we're doing, whether it's new products or services or trying to build better membership benefits. And so we want to be their partner over the long term so that they have the flexibility in different times, maybe different times of financial stress or times of opportunity, to take advantage of the services that we provide. And if someone does lose a job, we want to help them find that next job. And we've done a lot in the career services side of the equation.
Are you still going for that customer? Why? Your predecessor, I loved when he would talk about it. They look like bad credit risk because they came. I came out of Harvard Law and I owed a ton, okay? And I couldn't get a credit card. But I felt I was bankable. And what I always felt, if SoFi were around, that would have been the natural to go to, because they might have just said, hey, look, he's done some good things.
Yeah. There's a number of important variables that we use to decide when to approve individuals for loans. We do 100% identity verification, 100% of income verification. We underwrite and approve based on actual income as well as the credit profile of the individual. So we're going after a very attractive borrower based on factors that others haven't used historically, and we're using obviously data to reinforce that decision, and it's a constantly improving process. So it's allowed us to really deliver great value put to not only our members, but also to investors in our securitizations.
One of your predecessor companies that you worked at, Goldman Sachs, has an outfit called Marcus. Why wouldn't Marcus, through Goldman, just buy SoFi before it comes public?
You know, we're focused on building this great next generation financial services platform and focused on serving our members better than anyone else. We have a very aggressive and ambitious agenda to launch a number of products this year and into 2019. And so that's what we'll continue to focus on to build value for shareholders.
I'm worried about your cost of acquisition, which is high. You worked at the NFL at one point. You have the Super Bowl ad. Is that the right way to spend your money?
Jim, what I'd say is holistically, the team has done an incredible job of building a next generation brand that stands for financial services. I was blown away by how passionate people are on Twitter about the brand. That happens from smart investing. And they've balanced investing versus growth. $12.9 billion of loan financing last year, up more than 60%, a significant amount of revenue, and GAAP profitable with very high EBITDA margins. So the team has struck the right balance between investing for the long term and for growth, and we need to continue to do that and accelerate our pace of innovation to capture the opportunity.
I've known you long enough to know that you seem to be the ideal person to come in. West Point, Goldman Sachs, NFL, Twitter. Could you please advise people who are coming into these situations, of which there are far too many, #MeToo, what's the way to go about it?
Culture is critically important to a company. I have worked at corporations where culture was a key differentiator and a key element of success. The great news is when I got to SoFi, the team had already made a commitment to improving the culture, started an initiative called One SoFi that's really about welcoming anyone and making anyone feel comfortable working there. We're committed to having the best culture in the world. We've just started over the last couple of months. I'm privileged to join that team and help build the culture. But essentially, a leader and his team are responsible for setting the tone and the way that we're going to work. And SoFi and I are committed to making sure that we build the world's best culture and to become a key differentiator for us.
Well, I know you sure did help the Twitter culture, and I think you're going to do a great job at SoFi. It's private. I can say that. When you're public, I will have to be a little bit tougher. That's Anthony Noto. He is SoFi CEO, and congratulations on the job.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.